it's by coming together in collegial relationships and talking about real problems that you have real results and real success.
Having worked with this biology group over the past 2.5 months, what do you think are the benefits in taking this approach and teaching today's students?
I think it gives everybody an opportunity to come here and discuss what's going on in their classroom and maybe implement something that another teacher is doing into your classroom to make improvements in all of your classes. And that's what I've seen here when we come here. I can come, hey, Coach Stavy, what did you do for this? Or LaRue, what did you do for this? Agrawal, what did you do for this? And that's been helping me out with my kids a lot.
He has the support system here from teachers who have already been teaching in this particular building.
Then it grew from that to actually looking at teacher practices in a safe and trusting, non-evaluatory kind of fashion where teachers really began being a little bit more committed to each other's success.
Same issue I'm having with their writing, they don't flesh it out. So we all have that in common.
One of our staple items that we do here is inquiry work. And through inquiry, one of the practices that you do is choose a target population of students that you want to study. So we often will choose students who are high achieving that somehow are not moving at a rate we wanted them to move. One of my science teachers initially thought the kids were struggling with the science content. They have this New York State Regents at the end of the year and they were not doing well on it. And she had taught all her content. She felt really confident in the belief system that she was teaching it well. We would go in and do intervisitations and we would see it, but there was still this disconnect with what was occurring. And it wasn't until really throughout the first year of our inquiry work that we realized it's a literacy problem.
It goes down to comprehension.
Got it.
And that really is what it says, is they tend to not.
And so it was working with
Understand
one
what's
another
being
and having literacy teachers talk to her and say, wait, what if we rephrase the question? The idea of simple reading strategies were able to help her in her science course, which we never would have gotten to unless those conversations and the room for those conversations occurred, which is, again, why it's of the utmost importance that we don't remain in sort of isolated beliefs around our own practices. Inquiry, again, meets every other week. They often will look at student work, look at student progress. They may be tracking students. They may be working in pairs with a partner. It may be a whole group discussion. But most importantly, and I'm a firm believer in this, having constructive conversations where you use a protocol, where it's really a defined dialogue, will take away the sort of just natural tendencies of conversations to verge off into other areas. Unless you have those agendas or you have those protocols in place, we sometimes have a hard time staying on task. So that's where using protocols effectively, using agendas effectively will help move the conversation so it doesn't become stuck.
Sometimes as principal, being a good mentor to teachers means knowing when it's appropriate to take a step back and let their discussion, analysis, and problem-solving ability develop independently.
I was very invested in an inquiry early on, and I missed a meeting. And my inquiry leader said, that was like the best meeting we had. You have to be able to step away and be confident in your own people, being able to continue the dialogue and continue the conversations for actual real growth to happen.
So persistence, stay the course, continual improvement, and you will get there. It just takes time.